everyone, welcome to our level 8 speaking and listening first YouTube video. So my students who were with me in level 7, this is a familiar environment and situation for you, but for my new students in level 8, welcome. One thing, maybe my level 7 students, you notice how clean I cleaned out all of these bookshelves because I'm about to put all of my books in there, but it looks really empty right now. Hi, we're gonna do some vocabulary today. I haven't taught vocabulary in a really long time, so I'm excited. It's been a while. So today we are going to be on page 85 of your textbook. So this is the textbook. Please have this with you. And we are on page 85. It looks like this. Okay, so I'm just going to be going through the vocabulary with you, the pronunciation, the stress, the meaning, and then you can do the exercises and I will take it up. And then after that, you are free to go and do the rest of the exercises in the announcement section for today. One quick thing, I do strongly recommend that you do all the speaking and listening activities on the day that I assign them. I find that when students wait, they're like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. You get behind and it doesn't work very well. So please try and do this when you have time today. Okay, here we go. So, vocabulary, page 85. So, the topic for Unit 5 is stress. Feeling stressed, where we get stress, what stress does to our bodies. And this is actually a really great level 8 topic because I find many students feel very stressed when they take level 8. And also the situation we are in these days is a very stressful situation. This is actually a really good and interesting topic for us. Okay, so we're going to learn some vocabulary. The first word I want to learn is the word chronic. Chronic is an adjective. So in this case, the CH is not a ch sound, it is a k. Oh, that's a highlighter. Okay, it is not a ch sound, it is a k sound. So the word is pronounced chronic, where the first syllable is where the stress is, so it's chronic. Chronic is an adjective, and it is usually used with words like chronic pain, chronic illness. What does it have here? Chronic headaches. So you can see a theme developing here. Pain, illness, headaches. So these usually collocate with words like this. And what chronic means is that it is something that happens again and again and again and again. It is part of your usual life, unfortunately. So if you have chronic headaches, it means you get headaches regularly. And this is not good. Like, nobody wants chronic headaches. Nobody wants chronic pain. For example, I have chronic back pain. So for the last 7 years, I've had back pain almost all the time. And this is something that I must take medication for and deal with, but it never really leaves or goes away. So if everyone can repeat in your own home, the word is chronic, and chronic pain, chronic illness, chronic headaches. These are just pain and illness that you have regularly, and it sucks. Okay, so that's the first word. The second word we have here is a mechanism. And this is a noun. And you can tell it's a noun because we use an article. So we use articles before nouns, so it's a thing. So a mechanism in our book in B, it says having a baby is stressful both emotionally and physically. This is true. Fortunately, there is a mechanism in women's bodies to help them deal with the stress. So a mechanism is an interesting word. It's a very industrial word. It's a word we often use when we talk about machines. And it's usually a part of a machine that has a specific purpose or job. So usually when we talk about machines, we say, okay, so inside a machine, for example, your car, there is a mechanism that makes your car stop when you want it to stop. And that mechanism is the brakes. But here, we're actually using this word in a biological sense, meaning we're using it to talk about something inside the body that has a specific purpose or a specific job. And in this case, it is a part of our bodies, women's bodies, that help them deal with stress after a baby is born. Okay, so the pronunciation is mechanism. Again, we see this CH that is not a ch, but a k, like a hard K sound. Mechanism. Mechanism. So the stress is on the first syllable, so it is mechanism. So you can repeat after me. Mechanism. Okay, can we see one more down here? Okay, let's try one more on this board before I erase it. Okay, so the next word is release. And release is a verb. In our example in B, we say, after the baby is born, the mother's brain releases a hormone called oxytocin. So here we have the verb that agrees with the mother's brain, which is the subject, so we have it releases in the present simple. But the main base form of this verb is release. Here, the stress is on the last syllable. So this sound is not a re, it's a r. So it's release. This is the schwa, that sound in English, release. So release is a verb that we use in many, many different contexts. It's basically to let something go out. So every day I release my cat outside. I open the door and my cat is released. It goes out. So when something is released, it's like we give something permission to go out. And in this case, we're talking about how the brain releases like a hormone called oxytocin. So it just is like when something goes out or leaves an area to go to another area. Okay, so our three first vocabulary words are chronic, mechanism, and release. Okay, I'm going to erase. La 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 la. Okay, let's see what is next. All right, so in the same paragraph in B, we have the word strengthens. So first, I want you to look at this part of the word, which is strength. Strength is a noun, and it means when somebody is strong. Strong is an adjective. So strong is the adjective, strength is the noun. So we can say you are strong, you have strength. However, this word gets a little more complicated because we add this en on the end, and this makes it a verb. Strengthen. So when something strengthens something else, it makes that thing stronger than it was before. So, to make something stronger. So, taking English at Fanshawe strengthens your language abilities. It makes your language abilities stronger. Here in the example, it says oxytocin strengthens. So again, it's a verb and it's agreeing with oxytocin. Strengthens the new mother's emotional connection to her baby so that she'll be more likely to keep the baby safe. Okay, so strengthen is to make someone stronger. Here, this whole word is stressed. Strengthen. Strengthen. Okay. This is a really good academic word when you are talking about relationships in an essay. Like, A strengthens B, meaning A makes B stronger. Okay, what's next? Okay, so now we're into example C. Firefighters have stressful jobs. They have to face danger and remain calm. They must learn to control their emotions in a crisis. So, from the example that we just read, we can see that a crisis is probably something that is not good. It is probably negative. A crisis is a terrible, stressful, stressful situation. And it's a terrible, stressful situation that needs immediate action. Okay, so, if I have chronic back pain, that is not a crisis. That is something that is low and steady, that's kind of bad. But for example, if I fall and I break my leg, that is a crisis. Somebody needs to help me. I need to go to the hospital right now. I need an ambulance. Like, crises are very intense and stressful situations. So we pronounce this crisis. So make sure that you open your mouth with that I sound, crisis. It's like a smile. And so the stress is in cry, crisis. Okay. And let's fit one more word on our board, and it is muscles. And this is a noun, and it's in the plural. So muscle is singular, muscles is plural. Most of you know what muscles are, but let's take a look at this example. If you eat, it's D, example D. If you eat too much and never walk anywhere or exercise, this is my life right now. If you eat too much and never walk anywhere or exercise your muscles, your body will inevitably become weak and you will gain weight. This is true. It's happening to me as we speak. There is no other possibility. So your muscles are the parts of your body that make you strong. So if you go to the gym every day, you will have like big boop, like that is your muscles. And we have muscles all over our bodies. So they are the part of our bodies that strengthen us. So here we use our word strengthen. They make us stronger. Okay, cool. So the pronunciation of muscles is, we don't pronounce this C sound. because English is a terrible language and we have extra letters all the time that we don't need. So it's pronounced muscles, muscles. And this is an ols sound, muscles. Okay. All right, we just have a few more. Okay, so the next one is still in D, and it is the word inevitably, which is, I never know how to spell it. Inevitably. This is an adverb. So we know that adverbs describe actions, so it's describing how an action will happen. If something is inevitable, that's the adjective, inevitable. If something is inevitable, it must happen. There is no other choice. So, for example, in winter, I like to remind myself that summer is inevitable. It's definitely 100% going to happen, so I just need to be patient and wait. And look, it's happening right now. It's beautiful outside. So something that is inevitable is something that is definitely going to happen. Definitely going to happen. So it's definitely going to happen, but here it's an adverb, so your body will inevitably become weak. So here it's describing the verb become. So it's saying that the becoming weak will definitely happen. It's inevitable, or it'll inevitably happen. Okay, so let's talk about the pronunciation of this word, inevitably. So the stress is here, but that means that everything else is like a blah, blah, blah. So inevitably, but it's inevitably. So practice that one, inevitably. Again, opening your mouth in English really helps you with these words that have many, many syllables. So open your mouth with the inevitably. Okay. All right, what's next? Okay, we're moving into E. Research has revealed that stress can be associated with serious health problems. Okay, let's do revealed. So revealed is the past tense. Reveal is the base form of this verb. So this is to show something that was hidden. So for example, my ex-husband has a son. Not my son, from a different person. My ex-husband has a son, and he's really little. He's like 2 years old. So if you do this, and then you do this, like that, he's like, because he thinks your face was hidden, and then you have revealed it. You have shown something that has been hidden. He is so little that he thinks that if you hide your face disappears forever. So to reveal something is to show something that was hidden or that people did not know before. So you can reveal a secret, you can reveal the truth, you can reveal a scientific discovery. So those are all different ways that you can use reveal. Okay. Be associated with. Okay, I love these because these really show like how many relationships we have, that words have with each other in English. One of the number one ways to improve your writing and your speaking in English is to understand all the different ways that words have connections with each other in an English sentence. So here we have the word associate. Associate is a verb. But in this case, we're using it with the verb to be, and it becomes an adjective. And then it has a preposition that it goes with. So there's lots of examples of like pieces of language like this in English that kind of go with each other. So here in E, it says research has revealed, so shown something that was hidden, that stress can be associated with serious health problems. So what we're seeing here is like stress is connected to health problems. And be associated with, it means this. It means these two are connected. It does not necessarily mean that they are equal, but it means that there is a connection between the two. So we can use like A is associated with B in any case. And this can actually be true for people too. It's like, I am associated with Fanshawe, meaning Fanshawe and I have a connection. I am a teacher for Fanshawe. You are associated with your nationality. You live in Canada, so if you are Libyan, for example, you are associated with Libya. It just means there's a connection between those two things. That connection can be any different kind of connection. Okay, let's look at the last one. We can squeeze it in the bottom here. Enhance. This is another verb. So here it says, to enhance your quality of life, you should learn healthy ways to manage your stress. So enhance is a verb, and it means to make something better. Better or clearer. Better or clearer. So when we're doing, like if we've taken a photograph and we are editing the photograph on the computer, we sometimes use this verb. Like we need to enhance the image, make it brighter, make it stronger, make it clearer and easier to see. But here it says to enhance your quality of life. So that is to make your quality of life better, clearer, nicer. Yeah? Okay, so inevitably, revealed, be associated with. Oh, again, this verb will agree with whatever subject is here. So it's like stress is associated with health problems. And enhance is to like make something brighter, clearer, better. So those are our vocabulary words. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and allow you to do this exercise right here where you match the word with the definition you can find. The definition will not necessarily be the same as my definition, but it will be close. So I'm going to pause the video, and when I come back, I'll give you the answers. Okay. Here, I'm going to try and pause. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, hopefully you did your exercise. So here are the answers. So number 1, a system with a specific purpose or way of doing something is a mechanism. Number 2, a synonym for unavoidably is inevitably. 3, be closely connected to is be associated with. 4, puts or sends out into the body is releases. 5, makes stronger is strengthens. 6, uncovered, shown is revealed. 7, improve or add to is enhance. 8, an emergency is a crisis. 9, tissues connected to the bones that make the body move are muscles. And finally, continuing for a long time is chronic. So that is our vocabulary lesson. If you want more practice with your vocabulary, there is a crossword activity on the, in the content section under speaking and listening week 1, but there's also a link in the announcements that will take you right to it. So the crossword is there and the answers are there. So I am not going to look at this activity. This is just for you. And then on the announcements, there's a bunch of listening activities I need you to do before Friday. And Friday, we have a virtual classroom meeting at 11 o'clock where we'll do some conversation. We'll talk conversation questions. I'll try and figure out the breakout rooms. Um, and yeah, we'll introduce the first assignment. Okay, everyone, have a beautiful day. Enjoy the sunshine and the blooming trees, and I'll see you on Friday.